The gaming industry has a long history of using CGI trailers not just to get you excited, but to market ideas, sometimes before a single second of gameplay even exists. These trailers build hype, rally investors, and even serve as tools to gauge interest before full development is locked in. At what point does marketing stop being about excitement and start playing with your emotions, time, and patience? In this video, we're diving into the marketing impact of CGI trailers. These flashy, cinematic reveals are more than just a first look at a game. They're a critical part of a publisher's strategy. How do they shape public perception? How do they influence pre-orders and funding? And why are they sometimes used to mask deeper development struggles? I'm that media planning guy, and this is the curious case of CGI trailers and marketing missing video games. There are three major reasons why CGI trailers are an essential tool in the gaming industry. The first is simple. Most of the time, when a game is announced, it isn't anywhere close to being finished. Developers might still be in the early production stages, working on mechanics, characters, and environments. In many cases, even the core gameplay elements haven't been finalized yet. There's nothing to show, not anything that would look impressive, at least. So what do studios do? They create a cinematic piece that sets the mood, the world, and the feel of the game, even if they haven't locked down the actual gameplay. Bethesda is infamous for this. When they announced The Elder Scrolls 6 in 2018, they gave fans nothing but a sweeping CGI shot of a mountain range and a title card. No gameplay, no details, just the name. And yet, that teaser alone was enough to send the internet into a frenzy. The second reason is that hype equals money. It's not just about getting people excited, it's about getting them to buy in early. CGI trailers are designed to sell you a fantasy months or even years before the game is ready to launch. If they do their job well, they lock you in emotionally, making you more likely to put down your money before you even know what you're really buying. For years, the primary goal of these trailers was to drive pre-orders. A great CGI reveal could convince millions of people to purchase a game before they saw a single second of real gameplay. But in recent years, game studios have started shifting their focus away from just pre-orders and toward another powerful marketing tool: wish lists. On platforms like PlayStation, Xbox, and Nintendo, wishlisting a game is now a crucial part of the marketing strategy, a tactic that originally came from PC storefronts like Steam. Wishlisting allows studios to track interest without requiring upfront financial commitment, and more importantly, it boosts a game's visibility in digital storefronts. The more people wishlist a title, the more likely it is to trend on storefront pages, increasing exposure and ultimately sales. It's the same psychological trick as pre-orders, getting you invested early, but with the added benefit of boosting the game's digital presence. And third, CGI trailers let studios control the narrative. Gameplay can be messy, unfinished builds have bugs, unpolished animations, and lighting that might not be final. But a CGI trailer, that can be as polished, exciting, and cinematic as the developers want it to be. They can tell the story they want you to believe about their game before anyone else gets a chance to see what it actually looks like in action. This is something Riot Games has mastered. Every time they release a new champion in League of Legends, they drop a stunning CGI short that makes you feel like you're watching an animated movie. The storytelling is dynamic, the visuals are breathtaking, and the music swells at all the right moments. And then you load up the game and realize it's still just League, a top-down MOBA, not action-packed cinematic RPG. But by the time you realize that, the marketing has already done its job. To be fair, CGI trailers aren't always misleading. Sometimes they actually enhance a game's marketing. The best use of CGI trailers comes when they're used to establish world building and storytelling. Games that rely heavily on atmosphere and narrative can benefit from a cinematic teaser that sets the tone before gameplay is ready. Take Final Fantasy XIV: A Realm Reborn. Every expansion launches with a beautifully animated CGI trailer that introduces key characters, locales, and conflicts. The Dawn Trail update is a perfect example. Fans don't mind that these trailers don't show gameplay because they're meant to serve as an emotional introduction to the world and the new characters you'll meet along the way. CGI trailers also work well when launching a brand new IP. When there's no existing fan base to rely on, a strong cinematic teaser can sell an entirely new concept before gameplay is polished enough to be showcased. This is exactly what happened with the original Mass Effect in its Distress Call trailer. At the time in 2006, nobody knew what the game was about, but the CGI trailer made it clear that BioWare was building a massive cinematic sci-fi universe. And sometimes even established franchises benefit from CGI trailers. Assassin's Creed uses CGI trailers not just to announce the next game, but more prominently, where the next historical setting will take place. They purposefully keep gameplay footage minimal in the early marketing campaign to build intrigue. They didn't need to show every detail up front because they want to keep questions of what historical figures and weapons will be used at the top of players' minds. There's a fine line between building hype and misleading players. The worst CGI trailers are the ones that promise features, graphics, or mechanics that never actually make it into the final product. The most infamous example of this is Killzone 2. When Sony and Insomniac Games first revealed the game back in 2005, the trailer showcased hyper-realistic action sequences that looked like real-time gameplay. It wasn't until later that the truth came out. The footage wasn't real. It was a pre-rendered CGI animation designed to look like in-game footage, tricking players into thinking that the PlayStation 3 was capable of graphics it simply wasn't at the time. Then there's No Man's Sky, which had one of the worst misleading trailers in gaming history. The reveal showed players exploring vast alien planets, engaging in thrilling space battles, and interacting with diverse creatures. But when the game launched in 2016, many of those features were missing or drastically underwhelming. To their credit, Hello Games eventually delivered on those promises years later, but at launch, the game was a shadow of what was advertised. CGI trailers become a problem when they set expectations so high that the actual game can't possibly live up to them. When studios prioritize selling a fantasy over being honest about what the game will actually deliver, players are the ones who pay the price. Today, gamers want to be able to see a game for what it is, not what it could be. Ensuring you have confidence in your game helps consumers to get deeply invested so that they can see and feel the game. From a media planning standpoint, CGI trailers aren't inherently the problem. It's how they're used in the marketing timeline that matters. One of the best ways to use a CGI trailer is closer to launch, reinforcing excitement when players already know what the game actually looks like. A CGI trailer at the final marketing push can create a sense of scale, emotional weight, and story depth that gameplay footage alone might not capture. Ghost of Tsushima did this masterfully. On June 29th, 2020, just a few weeks before its July 17th launch, Sucker Punch Productions released the A Storm is Coming CGI trailer. It wasn't meant to trick anyone. By that point, the game had already shown plenty of raw gameplay. Instead, the CGI trailer served as an epic cinematic way to build final hype. More recently, Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 did the same thing. The game's CGI trailer dropped on January 28th, 2025, days before its February 4th release. With game engines becoming more powerful, we're seeing more studios move away from traditional CGI trailers in favor of in-game cinematics. Thanks to new technologies, such as Unreal Engine 5, it's made it possible for developers to create hyper-realistic environments in real time, blurring the line between pre-rendered and in-game footage. But will CGI trailers ever truly disappear? Probably not. They're just too effective. Studios will continue using them because they work. The real question is whether developers will start using them more honestly. CGI trailers aren't inherently bad, but they can be deceptive, and as players, we just need to be more aware of what we're looking at. But what about you? What are your best and worst CGI trailers of all time? Drop a comment or a video idea below. And if you like this video and want more deep dives into pop culture marketing, then ring that subscribe bell and please like it and share it with the world on the way out. And check my video going over the marketing of Captain America Brave New World. I'm that media planning guy. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.